Good morning, Slop Nation, and welcome to Slop Chop. This is a new comedy podcast hosted by myself, Harvey Mulvihill. It is about the happenings of the internet. It is your one-stop shop for slop. I'm joined today by a wonderful guest, Michael. Thanks for coming, Michael.
Thanks for inviting me on, Harvey. Happy to be here.
Also, if you do not care about one of these slopics that we're discussing, skip it. There's always time codes in the description. Just fucking skip it, man. You don't have to listen to me any more than you need to. Thank you. All right, we are here, baby. My camera shuts off every 29 minutes. That's why the 29-minute timer. So every 29 minutes, I'll be reaching over and pressing that black button, which is very annoying.
That is annoying.
It's the worst.
Why does it do that?
It's like I was talking to Nick about it actually. He said it's a tariff thing for some reason, like. These are just normal video cameras, but you have cinema cameras meant for movies, and those are tariffed at a much higher rate. And so, like, they're harder to get into the country or something. That's what Nick said. I don't know. I didn't do any research, but this is the fucking thing that I have, and it's fine. It gets the job done. I actually got it. I was working for I was trying to get into videography, and. I just followed up on a Facebook ad that was like, we're looking for a beginner with not much experience who is, doesn't have many ideas in their head that just wants to get into this world. And I'm like, that's me. So I hit them up and they gave me all this equipment and I eventually bought it from them for like half the price that it would have normally cost.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can hack it or something. Dude, it seems like some software thing.
I've looked into it. Like jailbreaking my fucking camera because the 29-minute thing is so frustrating.
That's terrible.
It's so
that's got to be
annoying.
some little software limiter or something that you could maybe hack. But
that's exactly. I looked into it, but not enough to know. Enough to realize that it is a thing that exists. But we're rolling, right? Yeah. We're rolling. But anyway, thanks for coming, dude. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me on. I hope I have something valuable to talk about for your guests.
I'm sure you do. What is you? Because I have
your viewers, not your guests.
I have some of my friends I peep and I'm like, oh, you're slurping the slop like I am a little bit. I'm impressed with your like you go deep on TikTok and like Twitter more so than I would have expected on first just looking at you.
I'm a sleeper slopper.
Sleeper slopper.
Yeah.
What is your slop intake like? Like what do you do?
So not exactly sure what you mean by slop, but I am like pretty online, so to speak, I guess.
That's
probably
what I mean.
More so than like I probably come off as, I guess. Like I'm on Twitter way too much. Yeah, I mean, I'm on Twitter and TikTok mostly.
Those are my two big ones too.
Yeah.
Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yeah.
I've talked heavily about how much I hate Reddit on this pod. And
oh yeah.
You are you Reddit guy? What's your opinion?
Yeah. I mean, I've been on Reddit for since freshman year of high school. Way too long. I mean, it's terrible generally. You're like majority Reddit or whatever, like the big subreddits, whatever, they're all horrible, awful.
r/funny.
Yeah, they're terrible.
News.
What I use Reddit for is sports. The sports is generally decent.
Yeah.
And like following my teams, and then like special interest stuff or whatever. Like there's some electronic subreddits, some music subreddits.
Band specific subreddits.
Not really band specific subreddits, but like for a topic later, like sludge metal subreddit or whatever. I like that one a lot. I get a lot of good recommendations off that. I
think that's the only real time to use the website is when you go niche and like you said, special interest or just less than just the normie bullshit that you typically get on the homepage. What's weird though is that
and like running and working out stuff. Good stuff for that too.
Nice. What kind of you getting like workout regimens, like gym stuff?
Yeah, just like talking to people about finding like a good program to do, talking about form, talking about anything, just related to, I've been like lifting weights and running or whatever. So just like, you end up having a lot of questions about that
Sure.
as you start doing it. And
Yeah.
you can see a billion other people that have asked the exact same question that you did or whatever.
Here's my gym regimen. Let me tell you.
Yeah, hit me.
Okay, so I do push, pull, legs, and then usually core as a fourth day. But I don't do. There's zero consistency within each day, each genre, right? It's just like if it is a push exercise, it's fair game on push day and pull whatever. And like I'm not much of like I like. This is just a symptom of laziness, maybe, but I really like being told something to do by someone that I trust. I don't like as much doing the research and figuring it out myself for most things. What I want, like this, when I was buying all this equipment and stuff, I wanted like a YouTuber that I trust to tell me what to buy.
You just buy this,
Yes,
this, and this,
exactly.
and it's going to work, and it's being exactly what you need.
Yes, it's the ChatGPT versus Googling kind of equivalent. I just need to be told the thing, which is that it's bad. But that's what I do in the gym, and I don't know if that's any good. What do you think?
I mean, I'm a big proponent of having a program that you follow.
Do you do like an app?
No, I got really into like this guy Jim Wendler has this whole program called the 531 program, and he has a bunch of different programs based off this kind of 531 philosophy. And so I've been following different ones of those over the past like year and a half or something.
What is the 531?
He has these workout programs based on this 531 philosophy that go in cycles, like 3 to 4 week cycles. And basically on like the first, and so you basically have all these weeks in the cycles are basically you're doing your lifts based off some percentage of your training max for that lift. So it's all, his programs are always built around kind of like the 4 main compound barbell lifts. So like overhead press, bench press, squat, and deadlift or whatever. And you basically put in these kind of training maxes, and you calculate what you're going to be lifting for each week based off that training max. So for like week 1, that would be your like, you would do your main lifts, so your heavy working sets at like, that would be your 3 sets of 5, and that would be calculated at like you'd be doing like I think like 75% of your training max.
Training max meaning legit max or like
no, so basically it's what he encourages you to do, and what I generally do is you kind of roughly figure out what you think your actual max is. I mean, you can max out. I never max out, but and then basically, you can use one of those like 1 rep max calculators or whatever. And then basically take like anywhere from like 90% of that for your training max.
okay.
Sometimes
you're doing 3
even,
sets of 5 of 90% of your max.
yeah, well, no. So that would be your training max, be 90% of like your 1 rep.
So you fit 3
So like, I'll just say there's a lot of spreadsheets involved in this. I've been building spreadsheets for a minute. But
you have the spreadsheet brain. You like putting stuff in order.
Yeah. I mean, cause like all his stuff, I ended up getting his book or whatever. And like, he rocks. He's kind of like, you read his books and he makes these great programs that I think really work, and a lot of people
Nice.
find a lot of value out of. But his writing is crazy. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's just like a stream of consciousness.
His prose is dog shit.
It's so funny to read because
Really?
he's clearly just sitting at his computer and being like, and another thing, like people are morons, and like, exercising is for people that like want to go around and burn calories and not progress at all or whatever. Like training is where you actually have a regimen.
So funny.
It's so funny. And so like you're reading about this, like, like you're 150 pages into his book and reading this one specific like program, and you get like 2 paragraphs into like him talking about it, and he's talking about like something like that, and you're like, dude, what? Like, excuse me. And he won't explain stuff, and you'll have to go back like 100 pages to find where he referenced this one thing. But
That's funny.
it is really funny. He's a character, but his
It seems like you would be in that position, and he's a guy who has a wealth of knowledge and wants to write a book. Typically, will hire someone to ghostwrite or like co-write the thing with someone.
He absolutely did
That's
not.
so funny.
No, he absolutely. It's awesome.
Shouts out to that guy.
Yeah, Jim Wendler.
I'm surprised. Has he been on Rogan? He seems like the type.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
He seems like the type. And all those fitness guru guys. Who's the you're not going to carry the boats. Who's that fucking guy?
Oh, David Goggins.
David Goggins.
Yeah.
He's not really a program dude. He's just like a get in your face, fuck you, quit being a pussy guy, which is less helpful. That's
the vibe I get. He seems like one of those. I mean, like his whole deal was that like he like I think he was a Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
And then he like started doing ultra marathons or whatever. And
he used to be fat as shit. He was fatter than me. And then he just like lost a ton of weight. He did I don't know. I think he might have done the Silver Linings Playbook thing where you wear the trash can or the trash bag and run the summer heat.
Dude,
nuts.
That's a classic wrestling cutting weight trick.
Yeah, nice. I just know it from movie.
It's terrible. Yeah. Don't recommend. One of the worst things ever.
Dude, I sweat enough without that fucking shit, man. Yeah. Well, that's what's up. Shouts out to working out. I want to get it more into it. Here's the thing. I would love to be the guy that falls in love with the gym and then gets really into it and like it becomes sort of my identity or life or whatever. It has not done that. I have not done that yet. It's still work to get there every single time. There's a beautiful period a year and a half ago ish where I was you get past the hump of like having to go to the gym, quote unquote, having to go there, and then you get uncomfy when you don't go, which is like it takes like 3 weeks of dedicated sort of forcing yourself to do it to get to that place, I think. And that's the best place that you can possibly be in. It's like, you're antsy if you're not working out, right? Because then this is part of your routine. I haven't quite hit there yet with this recent sort of fitness blah, 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 but I will eventually get there, hopefully. At least going most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's more like 3 months or whatever where you finally, because like 3 weeks is where you'll like stop like being insanely sore or whatever after every time you go. But then like, I feel like it takes like kind of like 3 months for you to like really get in that habit. And you're like, okay, like I'm doing this or whatever.
This is me now.
But yeah, I mean, I think just the most important thing is just going and doing it.
What's the best exercise you can do? The one that you're willing to.
That's right. I was like, is this a trick question? I don't know.
Yes, it is a trick question.
Pull-ups.
I don't know. Some fucking guy told me that.
True that. Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, I want to get into... okay, I'm such a fucking normie with metal. I feel like just calling it metal is like less... Do you call it heavy music? What do you call it?
I guess I call it metal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like you're touching on something that's correct. It's kind of like a loaded term or whatever.
Sure.
Almost like there's so much bad metal music out there.
There's bad everything music.
Yeah. But I feel like metal is like so broad. There's so many there's so much that can be classified under metal or whatever. And there's a ton of it that's terrible.
Okay, so if you help the normies out there like myself, because what I want to do is call it heavy metal, which I think is just like it outs me as not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. Do you call it heavy, or I don't know what am I trying to get at? Let's start with like your evolution. You started with normal, typical rock, and then you moved into this. I assume
it started in 7th grade when my uncle gave me shouts out to the uncles.
Shouts out.
My uncle gave me a CD of a bunch of music that he liked, and it had a ton of like Metallica on there.
Hell yeah. Pantera?
No, it didn't have... Funny story about Pantera. It didn't have any Pantera, but it had Metallica, probably some Megadeth, and a bunch of like harder rock. It had this one band, Down, on there. Down fucking rocks.
I know System of a Down. I don't know Down.
Yeah. But anyways, I got that, and that got me really into Metallica and like Megadeth. And then I had a friend at school who he burned me some CDs of like Anthrax and more Megadeth and Pantera. And I was listening to Pantera and I was like, this rips. I love this. And I think I came home and like, I don't know. I guess I showed my parents or something, or they heard me or whatever. And they're like, oh, what's that? I'm like, oh, this is Pantera or whatever. And they're like, oh, that's nice. And then they come back the next day and like, yeah, you can't listen to that or whatever. And I'm like, why? And they're like, yeah, we talked to your uncle and he said, they were like, yeah, should Michael be listening to this? And he was like, oh yeah, no, not at all. Not Pantera or whatever. I was
Is
like,
Pantera that much crazier than Metallica or anything else?
I don't even think so.
It's funny because he gave you the
Metallica CD. Yeah.
It's not that much crazier. I never heard of it.
It's not. I mean, like, yeah, not. I don't think so. I mean, yeah. Anyway, it was really funny, and so they took the CD away, and then I just asked my friend to burn me another CD. And
dude, shouts out to burning CDs. Them were the days, man.
Yeah.
Nothing quite like it. Also, you get so, I mean, especially with albums. I used to buy albums at Target. That was my thing. I was a hip hop guy, but I would go and buy the new album, and because my truck didn't have a fucking aux cord, that was most of it. But it was there's something so special about it, and you get so familiar with the entire album of it's like it makes you when you hear a song and you're expecting the next one to start playing, that type of thing. Yeah, something beautiful about that is kind of lost to time. But
yeah, I still try and listen to a lot of albums.
Are you an album guy, playlist guy, when you like, just generally
both
speaking?
I don't know, it depends, but I do listen to a lot of albums.
My brother's exclusively an album guy to the point of annoyance, where like if we're at a party or something, he'll just put on a fucking album, and I'm like, brother, like it's a lot of the same thing. You
gotta have a playlist. Yeah. I feel like I mean, yeah, I used to be more like that, and I've built more playlists over the past few years, but.
Okay, so 7th grade, you had your uncle.
Yeah, Uncle Music, and then
shouts out Uncle M.
And then I listened. I don't know. I didn't listen to a ton of heavy stuff in like high school. I was listening to a lot of indie and electronic and stuff, and then
damn, you turned your back on. That's just interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then in college was when I think I got introduced. I think I started listening to this band, Caius, which is Josh Homme's first band from Queens of the Stone Age. They rock. Caius is cool. Caius eventually led me to this other band, Sleep. I don't know if you know Sleep.
I've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah, Sleep rocks. They're kind of like, Caius and Sleep are kind of like stonery rock, whatever, heavy stoner rock metal music. And Sleep led me to Electric Wizard. And Electric Wizard is what opened the door for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
this is what age were you here?
I was probably a junior in college when I first started listening to
college. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and then
it's like a more of a recent development.
Yeah, and then I kind of like didn't listen to. I mean, I kind of like was listening to like kind of that stoner metal stuff for a long time, and Electric Wizard's a bit heavier than that. And then it wasn't until like a couple years ago, 2.5 years ago, that I found the next band, I Hate God. That totally blew the doors off, and I started listening to tons of that stuff.
Nice. It has to be good for some like exercising specifically. It's got to be great.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to listen to in the gym when you're lifting heavy weights.
Yeah, dude. Lifting heavy weights.
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Dude, so I went to my friend who's really into heavy music. You'd like him a lot. His name's Chris. He's really into heavy music as well, and then like or metal, and then he took me to Knocked Loose, which was fun.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
I actually bought a shirt from them, so I'm like very much a poser just wearing that shirt around. I'm like, I went to one concert.
No.
But it was a dude. I as someone who's not a huge fan of the genre, I was blown the fuck away by the energy in the room. It was unbelievable. I was like, I've been to a lot of shows. I'm a hip hop guy. Hip hop shows can't touch this shit in terms of just sheer energy. There was just like, it was standing room only, and there was 4 pits of just people jumping up and down and like throwing shit at each other, and it was like the entire room was jumping up and down for songs. And I was like, what my thought was, because I'm working on getting into the music, but I didn't super love what I was hearing the whole time, but I was really impressed with the energy. Like if I could just harness this energy and put it in like an EDM show or like a hip hop show, I'd be so in love. But you can't do that, man. That exists specifically in like that world.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Yeah, I mean, Knocked Loose is kind of like a hardcore-ish band, right?
You wouldn't even consider them metal.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they're.
I haven't listened to a ton of them. I just, from what I remember, they're kind of like hardcore-ish or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
You're gonna have to help me with the genre, like the labeling.
God, I'm gonna be talking on my eye. Yeah, I just haven't listened to a ton of Knocked Loose.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I remember that, like kind of like punk. But
it seems heavier than just your typical punk.
Yeah,
like 80s.
for sure. Like that's why dude, I'm gonna butcher all my genres. Somebody's gonna be watching this and be like, "This guy has no fucking clue what he's talking about."
All right, let me ask you this: what's like give me like your heaviest of all time? What's that genre called? And then what's like your light, but where does Metallica rank on that list?
Metallica rocks. They're classic for a reason. I mean, like heaviest. I was
not band. I'm talking like genre. What would you call it? The genre.
Oh, genre. I mean, the genre that I've been listening to that I think is like super heavy and is great is sludge metal.
Nice.
Which is like what I would call like I Hate God. A lot of the bands like Buzz Oven, Acid Bath. Anyways, I'd say that stuff's really heavy, and then like Electric Wizard as well. They're kind of like some cross between like doom metal, stoner metal, sludge. None
of these things mean anything to me.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, I mean sludge metal, doom metal. And everybody has different definitions of what they consider heavy or whatever, right? This is just what I like.
What's like Cannibal Corpse?
I don't know. I don't know what I'd call them. I don't listen to them a ton.
Okay.
I did go see Napalm Death, which was like grindcore. That was a trip. I did not love that. Pretty heavy. I mean, because like I haven't listened to a ton of Cannibal Corpse, but some of the stuff gets like kind of blast beaty or whatever.
Can you help me understand what that means?
Like it's just in your face, like super high tempo, like. Just blast beat drum.
Yeah. You gotta let it like breathe a little bit, and
yeah, that's why I like kind of Electric Wizard and I Hate God and guys like that, is because it's like way more like, I mean, it's really like way more bluesy.
Sure.
And like it's not as blast beat or whatever.
Okay. I love a breakdown. That's my favorite thing. Breakdowns, the most fun. Trying to think of my friend put together a playlist for me, but I can't remember the name of the thing. I don't. I'm so light on this. I actually had like a very brief metal arc in middle school. I got really into it and got into like Slipknot and System of a Down and like that. The genre, and like I was also just looking for an identity, and I was like, maybe this is what the human I'm going to be. Started hanging out with like skateboarding kids. I bought a longboard, which didn't work, didn't take. But then I kind of like discovered hip hop shortly thereafter and fell in love with that, and sort of haven't looked back. But yeah, I was talking about this recently with you.
What were we talking about?
I was like, I used to listen to so much music, and then I sort of like when I got into comedy and podcasts, I just started filling my brain with podcasts constantly, to the point now where I'm insecure about the level of music that I don't like. My music knowledge is so much lower than it used to be, or is compared to like the rest of my friends, and like the reason for that is because I spent fucking 8 years just never letting my brain think words. I would just fill my brain with information all the time. And what you said was
I do remember this conversation.
Yes. And I was like, oh fuck. Like, you said, yeah, I used to do that when I was really depressed.
Yeah, for like 3 to 5 years, I was just like super depressed and like I just listened to podcasts all the time.
I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, so it makes sense. I mean, you're right, 100%. That's what it is. And then recently when I've kind of pulled myself out of a lot of that, and I'm starting to try to dip my toe back into music. And what's fun with it's like a totally different sort of experience. And I still do crave the podcast. And when I get into the car, my impulse is still to open YouTube and go to like my podcast app and just play whatever is there. But that gets old in my brain now, and like I do this thing so fucking. As someone who's talking into a microphone right now, it's hilarious. But I do this thing where I open my podcast app, I listen to 3 sequends of a thing, and I'm like, ugh, like shut the fuck up. Who asked, bro? I literally clicked on the fucking video. I'm like, quit yapping, brother.
I know exactly what you mean.
So then I'll go open Spotify and like try to listen
to this. Like,
exactly.
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck about any of this? Yes, dude. It's totally different though that I'm doing it because it's me. Yeah. It's interesting when I say things, but
that's right.
But yeah, that's so funny to me. And like, so I am trying to get back into music. So I'm trying to like dip my toe into some stuff. Like I said, my friend Chris is trying to take me to more heavier shows.
You should come see I Hate God and Crowbar with us on August 27th.
Oh.
Going with your boy Ben.
Nice.
Manoj.
Nice. Is Manoj into heavy shit?
No, but he's gonna go.
Okay, he does not strike me as that kind of guy.
Ben, Manoj. I think Ian was gonna go, but Ian can't go.
That bitch.
And maybe one other person. I don't know.
Okay,
you should come.
Okay, I'll think about it.
I have an extra ticket.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. All right. Maybe. Hard maybe on that, folks.
Going to shows is a great way to get back into music.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I love shows. It's fun. It's a good time.
There's a bunch of good shows coming up.
Yeah.
Just like in the fall, and yeah. I've been listening to anyways. This guy SG Lewis that I've been listening to lately. Electronic.
Sounds like an author.
I know, right? No, but he's coming in like a week or
Chronicles
something.
of Narnia ass. Sorry, go ahead.
He's British, so you know.
Okay.
I guess we had that's just how they all are over there.
Sure.
Chronicles of Narnia. Yeah, he's a British guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
C.S. Lewis. Wait, was he? I actually have no idea. Don't quote me on that.
I'm canceling your ass, dude. Clip it. Anyway, that's what's up. I might come to that show with you. I'm trying to get, like I said, get back into it, get back into the swing of things, and like you said, going to shows is a good way to do that. I think I had more stuff on metal that I was curious about, but I can't really think of anything. Do you have like a S tier, God tier? You've named several bands, but you have like a favorite album, or what would you put in like your God tier album level? I have like, because I'll just give you some of Kanye West was my favorite artist for the longest, and it's a tough artist to have as your favorite artist is all I'm gonna say.
I mean, Kanye today does not change what Kanye did.
Agreed.
I mean, his albums are classics. I mean, they're really fucking good, and you know. Yeah, I would still gonna listen to them.
Yeah, for sure. And I go back to those albums frequently, and it's just classic song, classic song, and I'm like, it's just untouchable, this guy's output. I feel the same way. I was just talking about this recently about Quentin Tarantino. I think Tarantino's never made a bad movie, and he's one of the very few directors who can have that. He's never made a single bad film, in my opinion, which is crazy. And like his this is movies now, but this is like his output is much smaller than like a Martin Scorsese. Scorsese's made 50 times the movies, so he's gonna have Scorsese's made a bunch more movies than Tarantino, so it's hard to compare the two. But like, you know, or Steven Spielberg is a better example. Spielberg's made like 50 fucking movies, and Tarantino's made a fifth of that. So it's hard to compare. And when you have more output, like your quality is going to be, your quality is going to be varied. Yes, it's hard to make the comparison, but he's still my favorite director because of the consistency. And I do love the quality over quantity thing. I think with every genre, musicians, any artist, pretty much, when you put something out, it's going to draw heads and turn heads and draw eyes because you don't put out dog shit, you know? It's impressive when you do that. S tier albums, yeah. So I have a bunch of like my favorite albums of all time, especially too, just happen to be in most formative years of like junior high through college, when you're in peak adolescence and like the shit really speaks to you, and it's like, of course you're gonna love those albums, right? Do you have anything like that?
I mean, like specifically talking about heavy metal music
sure,
or just
whatever,
anything?
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, I guess like, I mean, like when I first heard like Electric Wizard's Dope Throne, like that is still like one of the best metal albums that I've ever listened to.
Fuck yeah.
It's so good. Yeah, I mean, I've been listening, like, you know, talking about like in high school, I listened to a ton of like electronic and indie. Like I come back to like 07, this band 07 all the time.
It's interesting to me when there's things in my life like this behind you, this movie Totoro is inseparable from nostalgia for me, where I love it dearly. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies, but like it's impossible for me to pull apart that time in my life when it was really important to me when I was a kid, right? It's like I have no objective view. I can't possibly have an objective view on that period of my life and anything that I consumed during that time, including that movie or including like some of those early Kanye albums, Yeezus and fucking Twisted Fantasy or whatever. They just mean so much to me because they were during those formative years, and nostalgia is so powerful that way. But I don't know if it's important to do that. I don't think you need objectivity in your music, right?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think you should just listen to what you like, whether, you know, yeah, I mean, if you like it, listen to it or whatever. I have albums I listened to in those formative years in high school or whatever that are like 100% like nostalgia coded or whatever that I still come back to and love or whatever. And I don't know, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't think you should apologize. Like, I don't think you should even like apologize for that or couch anything like that or whatever.
I feel that I do feel the need to do that, and I think it's purely, it's stupid, but it is purely just based on like, you know, what will people think of me? You know, it's silly. But I do have that for sure of like desperately needing you to, not you, but people to think that I'm like
a
cool
patrician.
yeah, dude. And like a guy who knows things. It is cool. Yeah. That's part of the reason why I started this fucking podcast, dude.
Hell yeah. You gotta let the people know.
Yeah, man. It's a problem. But not one to confront today.
No.
All right, let's move right along, shall we? We have so many incredible, illustrious, incredible topics. I forgot to do this right at the top, but if you don't care, I'll just go ahead. I'll just say this and put it at the top in editing. If you don't care about one of the topics we're discussing, by the way, I forgot to do the intro. I'm going to do the whole thing.
Do it.
I want to talk about one of my favorite recent developments on the internet, which is making fun of robots and calling them clankers.
Yeah.
Absolutely killing me. It's so funny. There's like I saw a tweet recently that was like, we're not even close to the GAI, general artificial intelligence, but we already have racism for it.
yeah. Gotta get out in front of it.
Yeah, it's so funny. What do you think, like, do you think that we'll live in our lifetimes we will live to see legit, like the movie Her, artificial intelligence, where it's just part of our lives and they're people basically? Do you think we'll see that?
I think like we are seeing that, right? Like people are like, dude, and this ties into me being way too online or whatever. But like, I mean, have you seen that like subreddit, like AI boyfriends?
Oh yeah,
dude. Like people, and like not just that, like other people outside of like AI boyfriend or like having, you know, convincing themselves that they have like an AI boyfriend or significant other. People are having these crazy relationships with an AI or whatever, just in terms of like them talking to it and like basically giving themselves like psychosis or whatever.
Yes.
So in a sense, I feel like it's already happening.
Sure. You're right. And also there's was an interesting development because ChatGPT just upgraded to GPT-5. They were at 4 for the longest. They're now at 5. And what they did was they stripped away a lot of the glazing niceties that that 4 had. 4 would like verbally blow you. It was like dude, you're the shit. You're awesome. That opinion is it's not quite accurate, but like it's just
you're never wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You're so cool.
Yes.
Your shit's too hot.
100%.
You smoke too good.
Yes, dude. Literally that. And so people literally fell in love with that model. And then when they changed it to 5, all these people on the AI boyfriend subreddit were like, I feel like I've lost like my I feel like I've been broken up with. My boyfriend's been torn away from me in this new GPT-5 I don't even recognize. It's appalling. It's a problem.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, people are not well. People are not doing well. Like
Sure.
the fact, because like, you know, talking about like her or whatever, you know, like these AIs are like clearly AIs. They're just like, it's clearly an AI. It's not like a human responding to you and engaging with you. And so like in her, I feel like it's much more like,
it feels like a person.
It feels like a person or
Yes.
whatever. And so we're not there at all, anywhere close.
I totally
in that
agree.
sense.
100%.
But people are just like so not well that they're like giving themselves psychosis with, like a yes bot.
Man, my brain just went to sleep. Let me take a sip of this here tea.
What tea you got?
Yorkshire Gold.
What's that?
It's just tea. I don't know. It's like tea bags that you put in the thing.
Is that like the type of tea, or is that the brand?
Oh yeah, I think good point. It's the brand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's just
Is it a black tea?
It's black tea.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you like some?
No, I'm okay. I was just curious.
Okay.
I had a big tea phase.
Yeah, dude, I'm a tea guy. Coffee is too strong for me. What's weird though is I'm an energy drink guy. Energy drinks good, coffee bad. Don't know why that is. Okay, yeah. Here's my thing. I don't know that even the language learning models that we currently have that everyone calls AI. I don't know if those could possibly be the her singularity thing. That is what OpenAI and like whatever his name is, Sam Altman.
Yeah.
He's that's what he's striving towards. He's trying to make the robot from her to put in your ear, which, you know, people, it's dystopian, whatever. It would be cool to have like something that you can talk to and
have like a Cortana in your head or something. Yeah.
That shit is pretty sick.
Cool.
It would be cool. So I do get the impulse, but I don't know that we are so far from it. Yesterday, actually, I just tried to do the talk to it thing. Like I've always been just typing to it and
talk to it.
Yes, talk to it. I've been trying to talk to it. It spit on that thing. No. You'd be surprised to find that it in fact spit on that thing.
It spit on that thing and it sucked me off.
Yeah, dude. That is the ultimate. That's the peak of human civilization. We put like a flashlight and give it a consciousness. It desperately wants to blow you.
That's why we don't have it yet, because
it'd be too powerful.
It'd be too powerful.
Yes.
The government's preventing it.
No one would ever go outside again. But I talked to it, the chat GPT yesterday, and it goes, yeah, so here's the thing. And like, it pauses and it does the ums and stuff. It made my skin crawl. I hated it. I was like, it did that twice. And then I was like, stop doing the fucking thing. I can't stand it. Like, it makes me physically uncomfortable that you're doing that. I hate it. Don't do that anymore.
Actually,
literally. It's so quaint. It's so cute. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what gets under people's skin. That's how I can see a lonely person falling for that and like being like, it's just it gets me, you know. Oh, it's really appalling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm a pessimist on the. I say pessimist. I have a I mean, I don't think like anything approaching some sort of like, Gen AI or whatever, you actually have like generative artificial intelligence, like a human or whatever. We're not getting that, dude.
I agree. I think maybe we do, but
because it's like, it's just, that's not how any of these things work.
Yeah.
Like,
agreed. It's not thinking.
No,
it's
not.
Predicting. It's predicting the next letter to put
based off what it's been trained on.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Yes, dude. That's what I've been saying.
So yeah, I mean, which can be very useful in certain things or whatever, but in terms of it actually being like, like creating a generative thought process like a human, it's not
correct.
Do that.
And I don't know that this technology can transform into that. And like, I don't know if Sam Altman is, I'm sure he's very aware of this, or he's doing more training. And like because this is honestly the push into GPT-5 has really kind of deflowered, whatever the word is. It's made me less optimistic about the whole situation, because it was supposed to be this massive, like every GPT jump is like exponentially more, it used to be a high school student and now it's a college professor, or whatever the bullshit line is that they say, right? 5 was like, it was supposed to be this exponential sort of growth happening, and instead it was kind of a shrinking and like realizing that they were bleeding resources and making things cheaper for them to output, because they have been in the hole year over year since its inception. And like, it is very expensive to make, to make this platform work, and people are just betting on it being the future of everything. That's why they keep getting investors in the stock or whatever. And like, or they're private, but you know what I mean? And anyway, talking totally out of my ass here. All I'm saying is it was supposed to be a big, massive technological shift, and instead sort of the opposite happened. It's kind of like we were doing this and now we're kind of doing this. Mm-hmm. And it's, with the billions or trillions of dollars every year that's being poured into this technology and people continuing to bet on it being the future of everything. And I read somewhere, so like a tweet or something that was like, the companies are thinking of it as very similar to the dawn of the internet, when if you're first in line, it's so powerful. Mm-hmm. The fact that ChatGPT was first in line, and that damn near everyone uses ChatGPT now, which, by the way, ChatGPT, just the name of it, it's such a mouthful. It sucks. Yeah, it's like, but because I've heard people in my real life say you should ChatGPT it, and I'm like, it used to be Google. You should Google it. 2 syllables. Google. ChatGPT. Like, it sucks. I'm like, you could have made something easier to say, but it doesn't matter what it's called, because it was the first in line, and people love it, and it just is. It just is. So there's so much power to being first. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy the amount of money that's going into it.
It's absurd.
It really is. I mean, I think, not to like get off into like stocks and market land or whatever, but I think I was reading like Nvidia is like making up some ridiculous percentage of like the total market cap of the New York Stock Exchange right now.
Oh,
like
yeah,
just Nvidia.
8%.
Yeah, it's just like that's crazy.
It's the highest single percentage of a company ever.
Yeah.
8% of the entire, what is S&P 500 is one company.
Yeah, it's an S&P 5. Okay. Yeah,
it's nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. And like they overtook Microsoft as they're the biggest company on Earth, on planet Earth. It's nuts, man. And
by market cap.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, people, there's no plans on selling. Like they're just expecting to sell more and more of these chips year over year for the foreseeable future. And like, it's a good, this is not financial advice, but it's a good fucking company to get into. Right. And like there's very little risk there, because people are still, but here's what will eventually happen. There's have you heard of the fucking inflated expectations model or something along those lines? I might have to pull this up. I think I have the name wrong, but basically, it's actually worth pulling up. It's kind of interesting.
Quick, Jamie, pull it up.
Yeah. Gartner hype cycle.
Okay.
Yeah, this shit's cool. It's called the Gartner hype cycle, and fuck you, Wikipedia. How dare you? So yeah, there's some crazy shit hits the market, and it's a total cluster. Everyone's like, oh my God, this is the world. This is going to be the new thing. Tons and tons and tons of hype. And then it peaks. There's like this kind of peak. It's called the peak of inflated expectations. I'll put the graph on the screen, right? Meow. But I think that's where we're getting to, is this like this sort of downturn of like, oh, maybe it's not everything all the time. It's not going to be 100% of our future talking to these robots, these clankers.
These clankers. Yeah, dude.
So I do think people are approaching the trough of disillusionment, which I love that term so much.
That is a good term.
The trough of disillusionment.
Wikipedia went hard with that one,
right? Or what's the guy's name?
Gardner.
Gardner, yeah. Shouts out to Gardner. But yeah, so then we get to the like, fuck everything, this sucks, and it's gonna plummet. That's what, like, that up and down sort of model is what people call a bubble in the market short. Yeah. And then you'll even out afterwards. That's always what happens time over time. It will eventually happen with AI. We just haven't gotten there quite yet. But I do think people are approaching that place because a lot of it's bad.
Yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how people are going to continue to use it, and where it's going to find applications. You know,
you're going to get an AI waifu girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like probably 3 of them.
Nice.
Have a harem, you know, with like ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek,
Gemini.
Yeah.
I forgot about DeepSeek. DeepSeek kind of came and went. Do you use it?
No, I don't use any of these.
Okay.
But I did see something on Twitter recently, because DeepSeek is like the Chinese AI, whatever,
open source.
Yeah, and. So I was like asking questions to it, you know, about like, I don't know, China or like whatever, and like the political system, and it was like, yeah, I can't answer that or something. And he was like, I don't understand why. And so I was like, yeah, you have to ask it in Mandarin, because the developers were just like, yeah, we're not going to like deal with this shit with English users or whatever. So if you ask it in Mandarin, it'll answer anything or whatever, but you have to ask it in Mandarin, because the developers are like, yeah, we're not going to deal with this.
These fucking Americans. That's awesome. I love that. Oh man, I feel like there is something to be said for the fear or the worry that China is going to take over everything. I think it might very well happen, but that's a little bit too political for the Slop podcast. Yeah, so shouts out to Clankers. I don't know, these memes are killing me. Keep them coming. My favorite is like the how we're going to treat Clankers in 2055 or whatever. It's like dead. And
yeah, man, I'm keeping my my feed Clanker slur free.
Yeah, dude.
Because you know,
you never know. Yeah, I mean, people were saying the R word and the F word, and like that was like less than 10 years ago. And people but
ChatGPT might be coming over my Twitter, 10 years from now and be like, yeah, you gotta go to re-education because we found these Clanker memes.
You've got like the wife from SpongeBob is like just at the top of a classroom. You're all just sitting like, fuck this place. Yeah. All right. This is actually a kind of a light week for Slop, so we have only got a handful more slopics to discuss, and then we're just going to do like watch list or whatever we've been watching, filling our brains with recently in terms of media. But I wanted to briefly discuss this kind of phenomenon that I've seen online. I have someone very close to me who will remain nameless that is does this, what I'm about to describe. It's a problem. Okay. It's not, or is it a problem? Maybe it's totally fine. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. There's a thing where you play games. Like you game by yourself alone in your room, perhaps like usually with this person that I know does it without even being online. He'll play like single player games, and then he'll voice like he's talking to a Twitch chat with no one in his room, and just pretend to be a Twitch streamer and like just play games, and it just fills my take on it is it fills the silence of the room with words.
Oh, wait. So when I saw this, so you mean like they're not actually streaming on Twitch?
There's no streaming happening at all. They're talking to no one.
Whoa.
They're talking. They are alone in their room with no camera, microphone, nothing. They're pretending to Twitch stream, and it's like basically there's voicing what's happening on the screen.
Interesting.
It's very odd. And the other reason that I brought it up is because this person in my life does this, and I was like, ooh, okay, that's what's cool, man. And then I saw something online where someone was parroting that thing. It was like, do you guys do this? I had a bunch of retweets. It's like, do you guys do this thing where like I kind of pretend to be a Twitch streamer a little bit, or like basically it's less so like, what do we think about that, chat? It was like, it's more like, oh, dude, that was a crazy flip, or I'm picturing Rocket League, but I don't know, anything.
Do you play Rocket League? Do you watch Rocket League?
Not even a little bit. Okay. This person in my life certainly does, though.
Okay.
And you might be very familiar if you know me, who I'm talking about at this very moment. But yeah, they're like, dude, that was a crazy fucking wall jump flip. They just say these things out loud to no one. Your take?
Seems kind of weird. I don't know. It's interesting because it's like, are they doing it and they're like intentionally like mimicking them streaming or whatever, or are they just like talking out loud? You know what I mean?
It's more than just the stream of consciousness thought. It's closer to actual Twitch streaming, but it's not pretending there's a chat there and like responding to no one. It's not full psychotic, like, but it's close. It's like right in the middle of those two polar opposites.
Yeah, I mean, because like, I don't know, I've played.
Guys, that was crazy, dude. That was insane.
Yeah, like, I mean, I played like single player games where like I'll like say something or whatever, you know, I'll be like,
will you say something every once in a while, or are you like continually talking?
It would be like every once in a while or whatever. Yeah.
You go, oh
like,
shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's fine. That's normal. That's human.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Because like when you first had this topic, I thought it was like people just streaming, you know, having their stream up and, you know, streaming to like having 0 viewers.
Oh, no.
I was like, I don't know. Like,
no. That's how everyone starts.
Yeah. That is interesting. Why are they doing it? Is there any
the why is the question that I would like to that I'm proposing to you, Michael, and I'm curious your thoughts here. My take is that it fills because it's similar to why you play with your friends online, right? You're alone in your room, but you're still socializing. So if you remove the friends element, you kind of are filling the air with words, so it's less. There's a loneliness epidemic in this country, Michael. I think that's what we're experiencing here. What do you think?
It's funny they say that. My immediate first thought was like, well, that's why I listen to a bunch of podcasts.
Yes, yes.
But I don't know. It seems weird, I guess. But like, yeah, there's a lot of people that are alone and lonely and do all sorts of things to, you know, on their own time. It seems like just another like I guess coping mechanism for you know, not having the social outlets that you desire.
For sure. I do think also it's the desire to be a streamer or a content creator or an influencer. Like it's that too.
But then they're not streaming.
Right. It's role playing that though. It's like you know, it's going through the motions, you know. I don't have an equivalent for anything that I've done. I recorded a few fake podcasts but I did record them and I just didn't put them out before I started this. But that doesn't, I don't know. I can understand. It's not that I don't get it, you know. I get that the brain that wants to like role play being a Twitch streamer. I do understand that. It's sad or whatever, but I get it. I understand.
But you could just do streaming if you wanted to.
But that's totally different. I mean, that's it is okay. So the
I guess I'm like, well, why don't they just do it or whatever? Yeah. And it's like, I guess that's the point because
that's why this is interesting.
They're not doing it and they don't want to do it. I mean,
they do.
There is some barrier to entry to Twitch streaming or streaming online. You got to have a setup and all this stuff.
Honestly, your podcast analogy was perfect because what podcasts for me for a long time was like role playing, having friends, or just like, you know, it was like filling my brain with funny comedians and whatever people talking and having interesting conversations, and my brain would get juiced up as if I were having a conversation, right? That's what I use podcasts for a long time. So I do, again, it's not that I don't understand it. It's just a new one for me. It's a new one. And like the fact that I saw it online, that was like, oh, okay, this is a thing. It's not just one human in my life that does this.
Yeah, they're not having a unique experience. There are other people on Twitter that are out here that are saying that they're doing the same thing.
With like, I think it was like 6,000 retweets or something. I was like, bruh,
interesting.
People be doing this shit.
That is interesting.
Fascinating. It is funny to me that r/teachers is a decent subreddit too. As much as I hate Reddit, I do still have.
I imagine that's super depressing.
It's funny. It's like you get to laugh at people having a horrible time with children, but they talk about the shit that children are saying and like the memes that go around. I follow a guy on TikTok who does the same thing, and kids will be like, chat, what do we think about this? Like they'll just say chat.
Yeah. My coworker, he has two girls, one that's like, I think like in 8th grade or a freshman in high school, and the other that's in like a senior in high school or whatever. And like he's like, and this guy is like, I don't know, 45 years old or whatever, and he'll like he'll sometimes be like, chatting, am I cooked? And like when we're talking, I'm like, Jeremy, your brain is so fried, dude.
That's awesome. Chat, am I cooked?
Because his kids say it all the time. Yeah.
I mean, it is funny. That's what's like, the whole thing is funny. That's, part of the reason that I'm fascinated with internet culture. It radiates upwards. It comes from the youngest of us, or like the like middle school-ish is where like most memes kind of, well, maybe a little older, and they go down. And anyway, but it starts with the young people. Like Zoomers are the ones that are carrying the torch for like meme culture, and it kind of radiates upwards, and people are like, oh, okay, that's what the kids are doing. I guess I'll try to whatever imitate it. And it gets at a point it becomes sad, or you could do it ironically, which there's so much of my vocabulary that I've adopted ironically that has just become a part of my vocabulary.
Unironic, yeah.
Brother, yes, like brother. I didn't used to say that shit. I used to say like whatever, for the law. This one's kind of been phased out, but Chappelle in a special goes word, and so I would just start saying word, like haha, like then it just became something that I said. Yeah, so like, am I cooked? Am I washed? Like all that stuff is genuinely funny, and I don't have a problem with people saying it. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, talking about like, there's a guy on Twitter that I follow that he has these series of tweets where he's like uses the term like Playboy or whatever, and that's
what's up, Playboy.
That has 100% become a part of my vocabulary because of that. Like it lives inside.
What's good, Playboy?
Yeah, it lives inside my brain. I say it all the time.
Yeah, man. I think it's fun and awesome. I think the transformation of language and the memification of things is hilarious and funny and interesting, and worth talking about on a podcast. It's remarkable how much Twitch streamers have made an impact on culture.
Yeah.
Chat, am I cooked? Am I washed? Like the fact that that's the thing people are saying in real life. It makes no sense.
It's very funny to hear like my 45-year-old like coworker who's not on the internet at all in this capacity.
Chat, am I cooked?
It's really funny.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I think the fake Twitch streaming to no one thing, it's probably ultimately harmless, but I do think it's interesting. And if you or a loved one fake Twitch streams to no one on, I was going to say online. It's not online. To no one.
Yeah, it's not
offline. If someone hops offline and fake Twitch streams to no one, please leave a comment, because I'd be very curious to hear that. I did. Again, I know someone in real life, and I saw a tweet about it. So it is a thing. There's at least two people doing it.
Final word. It's you can't do what you want on your own time, even if it's not harming anybody. They're weird and fucked up.
Agreed.
It's bad.
100%. Especially if you're not. If you don't share my interests, you can go fuck yourself.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. People like anime.
you got the Totoro.
Totoro's not anime. Okay,
yeah,
it is. You're right. That's the thing. Is like, you're an anime guy, aren't you?
I watch some. Yeah,
of course you do. Everyone does. Everyone fucking does. I had this debate very recently, but I'm not an anime guy at all. I think what's weird though is I love the Ghibli movies, and like they're so formative to me, and like 2 of them are in my top 5 of all time. But I just do not fuck with any anime series. I can't.
Most of it's bad.
Most of it's bad, and also there's universally, without exception, they have the exposition problem, which I've discussed at length. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about like I mean, go on. I think I know what you're talking about.
They voice what's happening out loud with words the whole time. It's like I hate the movie Tenet for the same reason. I've had this.
You talk about this with Wickham.
Yes,
isn't that his like absolute favorite movie of all time?
Absurd, dude. And he's not the first guy. I brought up Chris earlier. Chris also loves Tenet. I'm like, it makes me. It's that movie is appalling to me. I've seen it twice now, and both times I was like, "Fuck this! I hate it. It's so annoying." They never shut the fuck up, and it's like there's
That's Christopher Nolan, right?
Yes, it's the one that came out. It was the movie that was supposed to save the movie theaters.
Yeah, and
it didn't work.
Yeah,
I love Nolan. All of his movies are awesome. I think he's an incredible spectacle. Tenet makes my brain hurt, and it's like not something that I want to dive into more to try to understand. It repels me away from it, right? But here's the thing about Tenet, I'll bring it back to anime. What Tenet does is, there's a line actually late in the movie which says, one of the guys says, don't try to understand, just feel. Right. And it's supposed to be like your thesis, your statement, right? Don't try to wrap your head around what's going on. Just kind of enjoy the vibes. Okay. But if you're going to do that, I'm happy with that. Okay. All right. I'll take a step back. I won't try to understand this utter nonsense time fuckery. Right. But then you just fill every waking moment with words like exposition. Oh, I'm doing this because I gotta go do that. And then like, oh, the time pincer is going to do this. And it's just nonstop dialogue desperately trying to make me understand. So then I can't feel because I'm trying to understand because you're putting words in my brain. I feel the same way about fucking anime. Anime, they never let me just exist in the moment. Ghibli does not do this shit. Ghibli is like the most, I think it's a cultural sort of divide, which is why it's a little antsy to talk about this. And also every single one of my friends, 100% of them are into anime. I'm the only one who doesn't like it, so I can't shit on anime that hard. But
most of it's bad.
Okay.
So,
but you like some.
Yeah. I mean, there's good ones. The ones that I like are good. The ones that I don't like are bad.
Yeah. But I have this issue, the exposition thing. And what's funny is my brothers, who both love anime, are blind to it. They're blind to it. They can't
like, give
see
me
what
an
I
example.
see. Okay. Our protagonist is
is there a show that you're thinking of?
No, because I don't know them well enough to know.
Okay.
I watched 2 episodes and I'm like, ugh, and I fucking move on with my life. I go watch a movie. So here's my made up example for you that might kind of, this is what I'm talking about. Our protagonist, right? We've seen 25 episodes. This is like Attack on Titan, maybe, but people love Attack on Titan. It's fine. But this is like after 22 episodes of the first season. He's the entire time been telling us, and in flashbacks we've seen the murder of his parents, let's say. Okay. And then the main bad guy comes up. It's like, oh shit, it's our final battle. And they spend 15 minutes flashing back again to the original incident. And then he says out loud, or it's like a thought bubble, oh, this is the guy who killed my parents. He's ruining my whole life. And they say that with words, you know what I mean? There's a core tenet of storytelling called show don't tell, and maybe it's a Western thing, but I do fully believe in that, and I think it's so much more effective in media to show me why this guy is feeling this way instead of telling me with dialogue why the person is feeling this way. And anime just never shuts the fuck up with the dialogue.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, part of me, I'm not thinking of one off the top of my head, but a lot of like anime has a lot of filler in it.
The fact that that's even a thing.
Yeah,
the fact that there's like dedicated web forums to saying that you can cut out a third of this. I don't know. I don't like to shit on. I do like to shit on it a little bit, but
no,
I just shat on it a lot on this podcast, so I worry of people.
No, I mean Harvey is actually, he's like, you shouldn't watch anime. You should just read the manga.
100%. I read Berserk.
Okay, I was kind of doing that as a bit, but actually, like, manga is way better.
Okay, interesting. No, I read. My friend gave me Berserk issue volume 1.
Manga.
I
actually have no idea.
I learned this 2 days ago. It's manga.
It is manga.
Yes.
Okay, I said it right.
Yeah, but I didn't.
I never doubted myself.
I did not know this until 48 hours ago. But manga, that was definitely a peak.
Yeah, you're definitely cooking that for sure.
Sorry, everyone. I read Berserk like 1 through 3, and it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no.
Also, the exposition of the thought bubbles things are much easier to stomach. Maybe that's why they do that.
Yeah, I think. I mean, because like animes are mostly drawn from mangas or whatever, and so like that adaptation process is like.
It's 1-to-1 pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like originally it's a manga or whatever, and so like, I mean, yeah, like that's really where the story is. If you're looking for like trying to maybe figure it out or whatever, that's really where the story is.
Okay, then I will counter with, but don't comic book movies do the same thing, and they don't do that shit. Maybe some of them do, but it's less prevalent. And also, I guess the medium's totally different because you're not really adapting comic books one to one like you do an episode of television, episode of anime.
Yeah, because you're like serializing, or like you're going like chapter to chapter to chapter or whatever, and
Or you're taking the broad strokes of the story and adapting it. Like the Infinity Gauntlet thing is very different in the comics. Allegedly, I haven't read them.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't watch many superhero movies. So
Okay.
like, I don't know.
It's interesting. I don't know. Maybe, but it's just a cultural thing. And it's something that I'm not too worried about not liking. I'm okay with going my whole life not giving a fuck about anime.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I like movies.
Yeah, movies are tight.
Movies are tight. Shouts out to movies.
Yeah.
Shouts out to movies.
Shouts out to movies.
All right. Speaking of which, what have you been watching recently? Any movies, television shows, YouTube videos, games, books, whatever you got?
Movies. I watched Weapons recently.
Tell me what you think.
I liked it. I thought it was good. It was a lot of fun to watch. There are some parts of the story that I thought like, so you've seen it?
Hmm?
Why was there an AR-15 about that? I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like made no sense.
Yeah, I feel you. I think there's a lot of for those who don't know. I think this is like I wouldn't even say this is a spoiler. I think we should avoid talking about the end, but I think pretty much everything else is fair game, just spoiler wise.
Okay.
So, Weapons is awesome. Have you seen Barbarian?
No, I haven't.
Dude, it's the shit. I fucking love
I've
it.
heard it's really good.
Yeah, I love it. I actually like it better than Weapons.
Oh wait, so Justin Long was in Barbarian because he's got that one.
Yes.
He's got that one scene in
Dude, in Weapons.
In Weapons, I was like,
he shows up.
I was like, hey, what's up, Justin Long?
Yes.
Like,
I watched it with Nick. I was like, let's slap it. I'm like pointing. He's like, yeah, I know. It's Justin Long. I was like, it's Justin Long. He was in Barbarian.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's one of the main characters in that movie. Actually, it's better. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. But he's in none of the marketing for Barbarian. Because Barbarian is a very particular sort of movie with no spoilers that takes a couple of hard right turns, like 90-degree turns that come out of fucking nowhere.
Okay.
And if you don't know Justin Long is in it, it makes for a better experience, but it'll work either way. Anyway, Weapons is awesome. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a blast. There's tons of this is the kind of guy that Nick is. Nick might listen to this. Shouts out to Nick if you're listening. We walk out of Weapons together, and he's into themes. He's like, all right, the movie's about school shootings. And like you've got your classroom of kids who disappear, and then they only come back. Spoilers, fuck you. All right, maybe there'll be a light sprinkling of spoilers here. They only come back at the end, but they're forever changed, right? They're never the same. Those kids, they barely talk or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That, and you have your one kid who remains, so maybe he's like the shooter, and then you have the movie's called Weapons. The fact that you can like use them as like homing beacons to kill people. So there's like broad stroke themes. They don't fully they don't really coalesce, or maybe they do, but it's not quite as black and white is what I'm trying to say. As ironically a Jordan Peele movie, which is very black. No, but like Jordan Peele has like legit themes and tons of stuff going on. Do you see Nope?
I have not. No.
Have you seen Get Out?
Yeah, I saw Get Out.
So Get Out, very very clear what's happening. You've got your whatever race politics, very clear the message. Weapons less so, but there's still things happening. And the AR, like you said, just there's a moment when it's a dream sequence with Josh Brolin.
Yep.
And he just dreams of this giant AR-15, right?
The AR-15, the assault rifle 15.
Is that what it's called? Is that why it's called AR?
No, it's not. Actually, yes.
Okay. That's what's up, dude. Shouts out to the assault rifle 15. It's the 15th one they made.
It's the 15th one. That's right. And it has a 217 on it.
Yeah.
Which was the time, anyways.
And also, 17 kids died, and there was 2 that remained, the teacher and the kid. 217. That's something.
Okay.
I don't know if it means anything, but it's something. But yeah, I agree that there are things happening that I don't fully understand, but I did enjoy the ride.
Yeah, talking about like the school shooting thing or whatever, like in the one kid that remained behind or whatever, like possibly the shooter or whatever. And like, like, because like kind of like teasing that out a bit more or whatever, like he didn't intend to harm any of those kids, right? And so when he goes and like takes all their like possession or like something that of their possessions or whatever and takes it back or whatever, that's where like essentially the damage was done or whatever, and he's being like essentially controlled and manipulated by like some some other entity or whatever.
Which you could, if you want to strengthen the metaphor, you could say, well, yeah, that's them saying the people that the school shooter grows up with are ultimately responsible because they made the kid the way that he is, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't anybody that he grew up with. It was something that like
I'm trying to make our metaphor work because it's kind of thin. It doesn't fully, like I said.
Yeah. I mean, because anyways, I always, I mean, it's been a while, but like I don't know. I feel like I don't know if people talk about as much these days or whatever. But with like school, actually, I guess like with like school shooters, you always hear like, oh, they got radicalized online or whatever. Or like they were talking to somebody online.
The pipeline.
Anyways, in that sense, it may not necessarily be like somebody that they like the parents that they grew up with necessarily, but like something that
it's introduced.
That was introduced maybe in secret to them or in secret to the parents or whatever. Anyways, I was just trying to figure out how to like, because like I'm trying to tease out this school shooter like metaphor or whatever, and with fucking what's her the aunt or whatever, like how does that tie into like the kind of narrative of because like
could be 4chan.
Yeah, because is she 4chan? Whatever. But like because like this kid clearly didn't intend to harm his classmates or whatever, versus like in school shooting scenarios, it's like we definitely are intending to harm.
Yep, good point.
So
again, it doesn't fully work, and it's possible that he made it vague intentionally, and he didn't want like a straight up, this is clearly a school shooting metaphor. He made it a little bit.
Yeah, and so like in that regard, I enjoyed it. It was really fun. I had a great time. I think like the longer I've sat and thought on it or whatever, like the less I love it, I guess. I just feel like there's some stuff that isn't totally fleshed out. I want
to get into full spoilers here, so skip this. So I'll mark it, but I do have my main gripe with the film that is a straight up spoiler. Skip this if you haven't seen the movie. You should watch it though. I really enjoyed it. My biggest gripe is the logic part, which is like
yeah, go on.
it's the shoddiest police work I've ever seen. These fucking kids, they sprint all in a direction and then they are running through the fucking streets when like ring cameras are prominently seen as a thing. And like, wouldn't you just have dozens of houses with like children running? Wouldn't you be able in a day to figure out where they were running to? And like it took Josh Brolin putting two and two together and drawing the lines of the houses. Like, oh, I wonder where this could. Wouldn't the police have done that in 2 seconds? They're running in a straight line.
Well, counterpoint is that the police are fucking terrible at their jobs, and maybe that's the point.
Is that the point though? Are they making that point?
I think partially so, yeah. I mean, I think what's his name's character?
Han Solo.
Oh, is that
he plays young Han Solo?
Okay,
Aldrin Eric Wright or something.
What was his name in the movie?
I don't know.
Mustache
guy.
Yeah, mustache cop guy. That's an alcoholic. I think he's pretty terrible at his job, and like he's like your main face of the cops or whatever, and he's like shown being very clearly terrible at his job.
But is he representing the police force there? Like I was thinking of, did you see Eddington?
No, I haven't, dude. I want to see that. And anyways, I feel like that was not out in theaters for a long time.
Yeah, it came and went.
I was trying to see it 2 weeks ago, and there was nothing near me. And anyways,
but Eddington, I only brought it up to say that like the police in Eddington are awful at their jobs, and it's clearly like a thing. Like the cops suck, and here's why they suck. This is like less so. It's like one police officer is awful, and it's mostly because he's a cheating alcoholic who doesn't, have respect for the people around him, and he's super angry and stuff. And
well, I mean, it's not really like the whole incident with the junkie.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's a condemnation of like the entire police force. Like they don't show his boss or his father-in-law as being.
I mean, he was like, his father-in-law was like, hey, if he never comes back to the police station,
I forgot
like
about
this
that.
will just go away.
Okay, yeah, maybe. All right, fair enough.
So I mean, I think it's a little subtler, but like I feel like partially the point there was that the cops are terrible at their jobs, and that's why. But also that like I agree with you in that like the like sitting on that and thinking on that, like you're telling me like that none of the parents like have like their little motion detects go off or whatever, and so all the kids. So like that was a little, but I mean like anyways, I like.
Also, I have to say the fact that the kid remained perfectly, because spoilers, he's lying the whole time.
Yeah.
So the kid is just being grilled by the police.
And he was like,
and he's like, nah, all good.
Yeah, all
no
good.
idea what happened. I'm like, he would be like, he'd be shitting his pants and crying, and they would get a confession of, my parents are fucking zombies.
Yeah. No,
that would happen.
that kid was he was a stone cold. He did what he had to do.
Shouts out to that kid, man. But yeah, again, that's like another thing where, and it kind of throws you off the scent originally, because they opened the movie with saying like, and the kid was questioned forever and he didn't know anything that happens. You're like, okay, I guess the kid didn't know. I guess it's getting something else. And it happens to be, then it just circles back and it's the kid. So, the resolution was less. I mean, honestly, well, interesting structure wise, the movie, because you learn what's happening. Usually, like the oh shit, this is what's happening would happen like 15 minutes before the movie ended. You learn what's happening, and then it would like, you'd have your climax, and then it would be over. You learn what's happening probably 45 minutes before the movie ends. You kind of like the end of Act 2 into Act 3, and then you have like, okay, this is oh shit, it's the kid and it is fucked up aunt, and then you have like this is how she did it, and you have like the walkthrough of the actual nuts and bolts of the thing, which I thought was interesting. I actually appreciated learning exactly what this witch was up to. That was cool. My favorite scene is when she goes into Benedict Wong and his husband's house, and fucking that shit ripped, dude.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That's my favorite like jump of the movie. Was when they're having the gas station fight, Josh Brolin and Lady, and she just looks like this, and just the sprinting Benedict Wong, bro. That shit rips.
That was really good. I love that. Yeah,
the bulging eyes is such a good choice. So
it
creepy.
Is. Yes, it is. And like I guess the little makeup they did around his eyes to make it look so. Yeah, it looked really good.
Looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was awesome design there. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, well, I watched Together recently.
Yeah, me too.
That was pretty good.
Ben, who we brought up earlier, loved Together and hit me up.
Who?
Ben, my Ben.
Yeah, okay.
And hit me up and was like, dude, have you seen Together? It's the shit. I was like, yeah, I liked it. It was good. Solid. He's like, what, dude? What are you talking about? It was awesome. It was good. I did enjoy it. I think I talked about it last week, but actually, what was your take on it? Anything?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I think the ending was like the whole like last.
Did you see it with a perhaps?
Significant other?
Yes.
No, I did not.
Okay.
I saw it alone, and I was literally the only one in the theater.
Yeah.
It was like 2 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Shouts
and
out.
like I spooked myself, and so after that movie, I was like, okay, I gotta go clear my head. So I watched The Naked Gun right after.
Nice. Double feature. That's what's up.
Double feature.
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Naked Gun?
It was all right.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Well, it was Liam Neeson. Such a similar name.
Yeah, I know.
Leslie Nielsen, Liam Neeson. So weird.
Liam Neeson did a better job than I thought he was going to do.
The opposite is true for me.
Yeah?
I thought he did okay, but I think that actually...
I mean, I thought it was just going to be terrible and not work at all. Because like, I just didn't see how... Because like the way like Leslie Nielsen's straight guy act or whatever, deadpan straight guy act, like I'd never seen Liam Neeson doing anything like that, and I was just like, well, he's not going to do that at all.
Yeah.
And he I don't know, he does like okay.
Yeah, I thought he was solid. There's one he guest starred on Ricky Gervais's comedy show. I think it's called Shorter Together or something. It's about a little person and two other comedians. Anyway, but he came over and he's like, I'd like to do some improvisational comedy. It's awesome. I'll put it in the episode right here.
Thanks for seeing me. I'm here because I'm thinking of doing some comedy. Wow.
Okay, let's do some improvisational comedy.
I can't now, Liam.
Let's do some improvisational comedy now.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
Come in.
Hello.
Oh, no, not you again.
I've never been here before.
Sorry, I thought...
Can we go again?
Yep.
Because you ruined that?
Sorry.
Knock, knock.
Come in.
Hey.
Hi, how's it going? What seems to be the problem?
I've contracted AIDS.
How did you get that?
From an African prostitute.
It's very, very funny. And so I'd seen that before. And I was like, okay, he can do the deadpan sort of straight man, straight guy thing. So I did see it, but my problem with it was that he's old as shit.
Yeah.
And he just looks like an 80-year-old man. It's like Joe Biden trying to be an action star now. And like Leslie Nielsen started, I don't know how old he was when he did the Naked Gun movies, but he's spry. And like it's a very physical role. Like there's tons of physical comedy and booping people on the head and jumping out of the way of guys and whatever. And it reminded me of, if you've seen The Irishman, they do de-aging through CGI in The Irishman, but it's still 80-year-old Robert De Niro with the CGI face, and so he goes up and kicks someone in the street at one point, and it's like, and the guy's like, like he's other guy's trying to play it, but it looks like an 80-year-old man kicking a guy, right? And so that is my biggest issue with the Liam Neeson thing, is that he's just old. And also, I wanted to mention, I forgot to bring this up at the top. I was just a guest on a friend of mine's podcast. There Are Too Many Movies. This is the third time I've been on it. It's a lot of fun. We talked about this very subject, and I said exactly those words that I just said to you on their podcast like 2 days ago. Okay. It will be out the same day this is out. So as soon as you're done watching this, go over to their channel. There Are Too Many Movies. Watch your boy. Thank you.
Watch it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Naked Gun, solid, fine. Together was interesting. I think. Did you see The Substance last year?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So The Substance was like it's the best body horror vehicle that I've seen in years and years and years. And like if you're gonna do the body horror thing like with Together, I kept waiting for it to go crazy. I kept waiting for it to like go to 11. Like the Substance goes to fucking 12, and this is like it would go like to 7, and like it would kind of peter out and then go like to 7. It never like went crazy, so I enjoyed it. But I think unironically a good date movie. Yeah.
I think it'd be fine. Yeah.
Might be a little questionable.
Yeah, it depends on the relationship that you have with your partner.
If it's a shitty codependent relationship, maybe don't take it.
You might be like sitting there and be like, But if you have a good relationship, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Most recent show I watched was I watched the show Dept Q on.
I don't know Dept Q.
It was like on I think it was a Netflix show. About this like Scottish PD detective department that got they reopen cold cases and try and solve them, and so it's them reopening a cold case and going through and solving it for this first season.
Sick.
It was good.
Nice. You said Scottish?
Yeah, well, it's a Scottish detective police department or detective unit. The main guy is British. Anyways,
is everyone Scottish? Like they have like a thick accent?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice, dude. Yeah. There's not much media where you see that.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, like the chief of the department or whatever. She's got a great Scottish accent.
Nice.
Scottish accent.
Is it the least attractive accent on a woman?
Huh?
Is it the least attractive accent on a woman? Is there a less attractive accent? I can't do accents at all, but
dude, yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt to do a Scottish accent. I don't know. I've never I've met very few Scottish people in my life.
Yeah. That's actually my ancestry. I did the 23andMe thing, but the one that didn't sell all their data to the highest bidder. But
don't worry, that other one.
it
They'll
will
sell it eventually.
You're right. You're right. I'm fucked. But I did it. I thought I was
get highly targeted advertisements for what cancer you're gonna have in 20 years.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's already developing in my central nervous system.
Yeah. You're predisposed to getting mega death cancer because we have your genes.
That's what's up.
We know.
Actually, yeah, I'm fucked. I got cancer and dementia on both sides of my family. Like, it's over for me. Anyway,
It'll be fine.
hell yeah, or it won't. Hey, it is what it is, right?
And then
Yeah, so more Scottish than Irish, shockingly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I always thought I was Irish my whole life. Got the red hair and alcoholism.
Have you called your parents like liars or frauds yet?
Yeah, I punched him in the face.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Dad.
My life is a lie.
Yeah. We were gonna go to Ireland. We had a whole trip planned, and then COVID happened. Like it was.
And then you found out you were Scottish.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to the actual motherland, which is right across the pond. Isn't it like super close? I have no geography.
Yeah,
brain.
yeah. It's
Is it touching?
no, it's not. I mean, Ireland's an island
Right.
off,
Right. I knew that.
the UK. I mean, they're very close.
Nice. God, I don't know shit about Europe. It's really embarrassing. I went to I did a summer semester in Spain with my brother, but that's the only European trip I've ever done.
Nice.
Yourself?
Yeah, I've been a few times.
Okay.
I was in Spain for a bit in Granada.
Nice.
I did like a Europe trip after high school and with some friends, and then another one after college. Yeah, I went to Italy with my family like 20 years ago one time.
Nice. Italy.
Yeah. It's a cool place.
For sure.
Europe's tight. We were just slumming it through hostels and stuff. And
Nice,
so
dude.
like living on the cheap, and yeah, it was a good time.
Backpacking through Europe is like the classic thing.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. That's what's up. I wanted to mention, been replaying Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Do you know what this
Okay.
is?
No, I don't. I haven't played too many games lately.
No worries. This is the
The
first.
latest one, the last one I played was
Elden Ring?
Elden Ring.
Yeah, nice. I will eventually play Elden Ring.
And some Mario Kart here and there.
New one?
Not the new one. I kind of do want to play it though. It's awesome how like Nintendo, I'm like, I just want to play Mario Kart. So
Yeah.
I may buy your whole console.
It worked. I mean, that was their only real title on launch day, and it was the fastest selling console of all time.
Yeah.
Number one fastest selling console of all time.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm very interested in the Switch too. I will eventually. I think I might ask for it for Christmas, but I'll eventually get one. I've been replaying Ori and the Will of the Wisp. This is a Metroidvania. Do you know the term?
No.
Do you know that? Okay, so there's like
I remember the Metroid.
So Castlevania and Metroid are the two games that kind of pioneered this game style, where you, if you played like Metroid Prime or any of the things, basically you're in an area with like an interconnected. There's several interconnected areas, right?
Mhm,
They all have like one or two connections points each, and you'll explore an area, and then you'll get caught on like, this door is red, and you have to get your missile launcher. This door requires your missile launcher, and you don't have missiles yet, so go fuck yourself, turn around, and go get missiles, and then you can come back, and then you can unlock more and more of the area. That's like, it's like a progression system that way. You upgrade your dude, and there's like blocks that you'll find in the game that you'll eventually be able to surpass with the upgrades that you get.
Gotcha.
That's how it works. I love that game design. That's like my favorite thing. Upgrading my dude is like my favorite. There's a couple things that I love in games in general. Exploration, love just looking for stuff, happening upon cool things. Like the open world Zelda games are my favorite games of all time.
I was about to say, like, because Zelda can be kind of like that.
For sure. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, those are my two goated best of all time games in my opinion. Or favorite, I shouldn't say best. But Elden Ring is similar.
Because those are like very different than all the other Zelda games.
Yeah, I agree. But I love them. And my second favorite is Wind Waker, and it's the most opening.
Dude, I fucking love Wind Waker. That's one of my, Wind Waker's awesome.
Yes. But I love just
Wind Waker head.
For
sure.
Not
many people are woke enough.
Were you a GameCube kid?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I loved the GameCube.
That was my first console.
Yeah. There's so many good titles on there. Super Mario Sunshine, Wind Waker,
Luigi's Mansion.
I mean,
Mario
SX
Kart?
Tricky, Double Dash.
Double Dash, goated. I'll kick your ass in Double Dash, dude.
Maybe I haven't played in a minute. I'm probably Melee, obviously.
Of course. You mean the Smash game that people still play competitively to this day?
Yeah.
It's so cool. Yeah, I love the GameCube. I mean, I grew up on it, so again, it's inseparable from nostalgia. But I do think it has an incredible roster, and I think Nintendo in general has an incredible roster.
They do.
Yeah, I'm a Nintendo fan. Was the GameCube your first system, or did you have an N64 or anything?
I had an N64.
Nice, dude. Nice. We skipped that generation. My parents just got us a GameCube. I don't know how old we were, 12, when I was like 12 or something. That was the best Christmas. I still remember my dad coming down the stairs with the fucking GameCube. It was like a surprise, like, oh, one more thing gift, and we're like, oh shit. Yeah, that was awesome.
My brother and I saved up for like, I don't know, 6 months or a year or something, and I remember us going to like, I don't know, the fucking Walmart or Target or Best Buy or whatever, and like emptying out change on the counter to buy
that's
a
really
GameCube.
sweet.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, shouts out to the GameCube, dude. I don't remember what we're talking about. Yeah, open world. I guess the things I love in games. That
yeah. So is it like the upgrading your character, or is it like the specific like dungeon crawler block till you upgrade your character sort of thing?
It's
because like, yeah, like a lot of RPGs, you upgrade your character, but
there's something about the being able to explore more of the map and like earning the I don't know. I'm going to play Elden Ring eventually, but I think Elden Ring is this way. Could be talking out of my ass here, but there's also the boss rush component to Elden Ring, where like you're confronted with these dudes that you just have to get strong enough to eventually beat.
Yeah, like you really can. You don't necessarily need any items. I mean, sometimes you do, but like, for the most part, you don't need a ton of items to like progress in Elden Ring. You just have to like
get good.
Yeah, get good. I mean, I know like Jacob was going through the game with a level 1 character or whatever, and he was almost done or whatever.
Nice. Intentionally, like on a second playthrough or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah, I have no interest in doing that.
But you would like Elden Ring.
Yeah, no, I would. I will eventually play it. But the other thing.
If you're a normal person, you will be blocked off from a lot of the map until you get strong enough.
For sure. Fair. Yeah, so it's kind of like the same sort of game element, but less, like you said, not items, but just getting stronger.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I also love upgrading my dude and getting stronger. That's all so much fun. And like going back to old areas and fucking people up is the best. That's why I hate power scaling for that reason. Skyrim, I haven't played Skyrim in fucking 15 years or whatever, but
dude, it's time for another stealth archer build.
Yeah, dude. Time for another stealth archer, my 17th stealth archer.
I mean, you'll start off on what's the magic? Like you'll start off as like I'm gonna do conjuring magic this time.
Yeah.
Like,
you eventually go to red.
Fuck, this is too hard. Time to stealth arch.
Back to the red one that kills people. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm gonna have an army of like undead monsters that follow me around. That sucks. It's too hard. Yeah, that's funny. But Skyrim does this, and I think I don't know if it pioneered. It didn't. It's whatever. But a lot of games do the thing where they scale the enemies with you, so then you can never just like you can never be God mode. And it's the idea is that it creates tension and makes the game more interesting. But it is so much fun to go back to old areas and fuck people up.
Yeah, Elden Ring does not scale with you.
Nice.
So
yeah,
you'll walk in if you like. That's like what's blocking you off. You'll try and go to an area and you'll just get your shit robbed or whatever.
That's what's up.
Because they're not scaled with you.
Nice. I will eventually play Elden Ring. Yeah. But yeah, so shout out to Ori. It's one of the best Metroidvanias. This is the sequel. There's 2 Ori games. They're very similar to Hollow Knight. If you guys have played Hollow Knight, it's awesome as well. It's like the I love upgrading my dude, and I also love upgrading a town or a base.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so much to upgrade in this game.
Okay.
You have like you come upon this base and it's full of NPCs that you can talk to and get side quests and shit. but it's like shitty. There's thorns and stuff everywhere, and like there's not even a place to like save first, and like you there's this collectible that you've been collecting all game, and you realize that collectible is for building stuff in your base, and you can make it like this little utopia, and like this, it's a place now that I touch down to before going to every new area now, and it's so nice. It's fun. Oh, it's the best.
Dude, did you ever play any of the Diablo games?
No.
Okay.
The only Blizzard property that I've touched is Hearthstone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diablo is, I don't know if it's necessarily as much like upgrading your little home base or whatever, but you upgrade your character all the time, and anyways, you might like it. I had a big Diablo phase for a hot second.
2 or 3?
I got into 3 and then I went back to 2.
Nice.
And then I played 4 when it came out.
Oh yeah, 4 is out now.
Yeah.
It was disappointing, wasn't it?
It was fine. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was a little disappointing. I got burned out on it way faster than I thought I was. Like, I played 3, and 3 eventually gets like pretty boring after a while, and like 2 is really where like the real Diablo heads go.
The Smash Brothers Melee of the Diablo.
Yeah, and people they were like, it's going to be more like 2. Than 3, and I feel like they kind of went more the 3 route with 4.
Is it like normie core, like easier?
Yeah, it just feels a little more like I don't know, 3. Yeah, you just kind of got to this point where you upgraded, and I don't know, it just felt so like, at least to me, it felt so repetitive. And that like you get your character upgraded enough or whatever, and you go into these dungeons and you're just fighting like all these enemies, and you're just doing the same thing over and over again for like
grinding
this dungeon. It felt very grindy eventually or whatever, whereas 2 I never really felt like that as much, but maybe maybe I didn't play it enough to know.
Sure, fair enough. Interesting. Yeah, I'm fascinated with Blizzard and the fact that it's Activision Blizzard now, and like
that's right,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
and also the fact that just brought this is kind of like a broader sort of thing, but I'm fascinated in how much money there is in gaming compared to movies. Like, I'm a movie guy. I chose my lane like a decade ago. I was like, fuck it, I love movies. I'm gonna be a movie guy. That's gonna be my thing.
More respectable.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I guess true. I still play the occasional game. I like to say I played 2 to 3 single player games a year. That's like my game input or output. Not a multiplayer game guy. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Activision bought Blizzard for like 36 billion or something, or 42 billion or something like that. An absolutely absurd number. And I always think back to when Disney bought Star Wars.
How much did they buy Star Wars?
4 billion. Wow. Count them, 4. I was like, bro, Blizzard's worth 20 times that number, 15 times that number.
I mean, World of Warcraft is probably worth a lot of that.
For sure. WoW alone.
Dude, yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I was talking to my cousin who said, who's a big WoW guy, and he taught me, he put me on game on what Blizzard's doing recently. Have you heard of this? They are re-releasing old expansions again. So they basically WoW has been going on for like 20 years or something absurd, right?
Yeah.
There's been 2 to 3 expansions a year every single year since the game's inception. So it is a completely different game than it was originally, right?
Yeah.
It's totally foreign. It's and they started to see dwindling player counts, and like every new expansion you would get like the rate of return will be less and less and less and less. So what they did was a massive reset. They said, okay, we're going to start over. We're going to go World of Warcraft Classic. And they just put out Classic.
Oh, like what RuneScape did.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But then, like, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. You put out Classic and then people can play. But then he's like, no. But then they did the first expansion that they ever did again. They were like, all right, well, now we're introduced Blackrock Mountain. And then, like, it was Classic plus Blackrock. And so people just get to relive the nostalgia of that time. And, like, I was like, are they upgrading the Are they doing anything? They change like balance patching, or like no, it is literally exactly the same as it used to be. It's the equivalent of what Disney's doing with fucking Cinderella and Snow White and shit. They're just reselling you the thing that you used to love with a new coat of paint. It's really interesting.
That is very interesting.
And so,
I mean, is it working?
It's extremely successful. Extremely successful to the point where like they're now on they just did Pantera, or not Panera, whatever, the panda one. yeah, dude, they just did Pantera. But I remember seeing, I was like, oh, I remember that expansion from when I was in high school. Like I never played WoW, but I saw that heavily advertised like in GameStop and stuff back in the day, the Panda expansion. I remember that. He was like, yeah, we're on the Panda expansion again.
Wow.
Like it's just cyclical. This whole thing's just going again. And here's the craziest part. So they're on expansion like number 6 or something, and people, they're already starting to see the dwindling player counts again. So they were like, we're doing it again.
They're doing it
They
again.
already did. They did. So there's 3 different versions of World of Warcraft to play now. There's like classic, straight up. There's like the one that they're on, the expansion that they're on currently. There's the Panda expansion one, and there's like a new classic expansion. So there's 3 versions.
So there's the regular one, the
reset plus 4 expansions, and then the hard reset. And then I was like, are they gonna just do the expansions in that one too? He's like, yeah, I think probably. Yeah.
That is wild. That is interesting.
It's fascinating, and like
Americans love their nostalgia. I guess this isn't just Americans either, but
I can't blame people for being into it. I don't have like an equivalent. I think maybe, yeah. Well, okay, I do have equivalent, which is if Nintendo remasters a Switch or a GameCube game, I'm buying it day one. And I have done that. Fucking Paper Mario, what is like my favorite game of all time.
Yeah, great game.
1,000 Year Door. So they re-released that on Switch, and I was like, that's a day one purchase. Yeah. So stuff like that, just weaponizing your nostalgia and selling it back to you.
It's very profitable.
It's profitable, but isn't that weird about WoW? It's crazy.
That is weird. That seems like yeah, I mean, it seems like what like RuneScape did or whatever.
Is RuneScape doing the expansion model though? Or are they like, I
don't know.
Yeah, it's just classic.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember with RuneScape, you didn't buy expansions. You just like subscribed to be a member or not.
So they didn't do expansions, I don't think. Interesting.
Not that you had to purchase. I mean, they would like add stuff in the game or whatever. But yeah.
Huh. I have a ridiculous RuneScape thing.
I played way too much RuneScape at one point. Do you want to hear something funny?
Please.
So I think I told you I like played football and like all throughout middle school or whatever. In middle school at some point, like I was playing football and like I was like getting dizzy, and like really the core of this is that like 7th grade Michael did not want to play football, and so I was just like, oh, I'm getting dizzy, I don't know why. And they were like, oh, okay, we gotta go like figure out why you're getting dizzy. Like, oh, you have like positional vertigo or something. It's like, oh yeah, you like can't play football, you can't go to school or whatever.
Was it even true?
I just stayed home playing RuneScape for like a month.
That's what's up, dude. Was it even true, or is this all bullshit?
It's like probably mostly bullshit or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but like it's like
there was like a feeling that you had once that you were like, this is I'm never not feeling this way.
Yeah. It was like I mean, it's like, I don't know. I think maybe there was a kernel of truth there or whatever, but I think it was like in that I probably wasn't like hydrating and recovering enough from doing like 2-a-day football practice in August,
sure,
or whatever, in full pads. But like, and so I was like dehydrated or like, and so like I was like getting dizzy or like about to pass out or something. But then awesome. I think I took it to like
that's awesome
the nth degree and was like, oh yeah, like we got to go to these specialists. And it's like, I'm just gonna stay home and play RuneScape.
Hell yeah, dude. There's nothing better than that. Staying home when you're supposed to be at school when you're a kid is just incredible. Mom, my stomach hurts. Yeah. It rocks. My RuneScape thing is RuneScape was cool in my friend group, and like I wanted the clout of being cool with the RuneScape thing. This is when I was a straight up child, but I didn't want to put the effort in. So like I lied. I did the thing of like Oh yeah, I got like a level 99. Like
Hell yeah.
it's only my alt account or whatever. Like I don't really pull
I've
it out.
got like a cape or whatever. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's basically like leveled on 99, pretty much everything. But you know, I don't really like to bring them out. It's kind of intimidating for people. You know, it's absolute bullshit. And I had this whole like lore to it. I had like I was like evil clown, I think was the thing that I chose for some reason. I was like, yes, my evil clown account. They were like, sign on, I want to see it. And I was like, I don't really know I don't remember the password.
He goes to a different school.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Thank you for saying he. I appreciate it. Good looking out. No, yeah, she lives in Canada, dude. She's so hot that like it's fucking whatever. It's literally that. But yeah, that was I was living a lie for years until my friends forgot about it, and then I don't know if I ever came clean. Yeah, this is it. This is me coming clean. It was all bullshit, man.
There you go.
Yeah. There's so many ridiculous little. They're not even white lies. They're just lies that I used to tell just because I wanted people to think I was cool and like me and stuff. It's no good.
It's crazy the things we did.
Yeah.
People like us. I've got one more crazy other RuneScape story. I had a group of friends that because like scamming was like a big thing in RuneScape, and so what they would do is they would like all like play as female characters, and then one would be a guy, and they would line up outside one of the banks, and he would like walk up and down, like all the girls would be lined up, and he would walk up and down and be like selling girlfriends.
Selling girlfriends? Whoring out these presumably male friends of his.
They're all dudes. And they would just, and so like then people would come up, you know, like people would come up and like give them like RuneScape gold to purchase a girlfriend.
Awesome.
And they'd like go off and like chat and have these insane chat logs. With these people.
Hey, what that mouth do?
Yeah, and then just log out and leave.
That's awesome. That's so funny.
It was really fucking funny.
That's pimping out your friends. That's fucking crazy.
This is like 8th grade or something.
Man. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Shout out to RuneScape, dude. What a time.
What a time.
I think people are still into it. Anyway, we've been going almost 2 hours, so I think we'll wrap it up here. But anything you want to tell to the people? Anything you want to plug? Socials or?
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty low key on socials. I just lurk.
Nice.
I don't post much.
All right, I feel you.
Got nothing to plug.
All right, man.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for coming, dude.
Yeah, thank you for
did
inviting
very well.
me.
I appreciate it. And this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sloppers, with that, I will leave you. Yeah, quick. What have we been? I mean, look at all the stuff we talked about. Talked about heavy music. We talked about clankers. We talked about people fake Twitch streaming. Please, if you have someone in your life that does that, let me know in a comment. We talked about weapons. We talked about RuneScape, Zelda, all kinds of stuff. God love you, Slop Nation. Thank you for listening. I will see you next week.
Peace.